I love all the ego shit, man. I love talking about it and exploring that, and
Yeah.
definitely want to kill that baby off. And looking back at all my sexual endeavors, it was, just fulfilling my ego. And I don't know if you talked about it or someone else, but I think it might have been Eckhart Tolle of like when you just try to fulfill your ego's wants, it just is never enough because the ego is never satisfied.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and you're most happy when you're just sitting in a field looking at the bugs or something like that.
Yeah, man. And it's not like so someone hearing this, like if they're thinking right now, like, oh, does that mean I can't pursue this or that or this or that? It's like, no, like still try to build that business, still try to do like find, hook up with women if you want to, but like it's the intention behind it. Like, what is your intention behind it? Are you trying to fill an empty chasm, a void in your life of like maybe if I have this, then I will be happy? Or is like, can you be happy first? So let's use women as an
Yeah.
example, right? So if you come from the place of ego talking to women, in your mind, you're thinking, what do I say to the girl? How do I get her to like me? How do I get her home? Right? How do I get my goal, me? But if you come from a place of like, oh, you meet a girl and she's like, oh, she's hot. Oh, this girl's attractive. I'm going to walk up to her because I like talking to beautiful women. Right. And then you think to yourself, ooh,
Yeah.
let's try to get to know her. Let's see if we connect. Let me just offer myself because I know I'm valuable and see if we vibe. Right. You come from a place of like a higher status guy because you're challenging her. You're seeing if like you're not just saying sex is everything. You're not trying to get something from her. You know you have a lot to offer, so you're challenging her. You're seeing if you connect, and like you're much more likely to like get the girl. It's kind of paradoxical, right? So and with money
Yeah.
too, like business, like I just need this next paycheck. I just need the next sale. I just need the big commission, right? Or it's like no, like how can you honestly when I like create this course, how can I make a course instead of like saying like, oh, how can I get guys to buy it as much as possible? No, I'm thinking to myself, how can I truly solve their problem? How can I truly help them quit porn for good? Because if you truly give guys a lot of value, money's gonna come.
Yeah, man. And maybe you just like for me, I just had to go through that ego trip of talking to girls out of my ego, and like I have to get five numbers or whatever. That's also just part of playing this game of being a straight man in this body on this planet. Of you just want to fuck sometimes, and you're not always conscious to you could be doing damage to yourself or whatever. Like,
Yeah, dude. I mean, STDs are a thing, man. Like, not just that, but like,
yeah,
just like
yeah,
if you believe in karma, like if you go around just like hooking up with girls and they try to like they want start to like you and like want to fall in love with you, and you just kind of discard them and you go on to the next girl. I don't know, man. Like you're building up a worldview that women are discardable, and it's some projections the thing that you believe that maybe she could discard you for a higher quality guy. You see how that works?
mm,
Like I had a client recently that I've been working with for years, and like this girl ended it with him, and like this guy's like, dude, this guy's taller than me. He's like jacked. He's like super good looking, and I was like, I almost said his name. Let's call him Eric. His name's not Eric. I was like, Eric, who do you think she's leaving you for? Giga Chad? Have you seen that meme, Giga Chad? It's this Russian guy. So there's this Instagram influencer. She basically there's like this model guy. He's like Russian. He's like pretty good looking, but it's like she like adds like extra 10 pounds of muscle on him, like makes his jawline even more profound. It's like a meme status. Like this guy's just like the ultimate Chad. I was like, do you think
yeah,
he's like leaving you for this guy? Like he's like Giga Chad just like knows you and just like whatever girl you're talking to, he just starts hitting her up to like steal her away from you. And it's just like that's the
yeah,
mindset he has because he was super into the red pill. He thinks that like there's only way a woman could leave him is by because he wasn't high value enough. Like that's his
mm,
reality.
yeah. His mindset in Terry Crews when he put out those videos about quitting porn. Uh, Dirty Little Secret. At the end of the first one, he's like, "I'm not battling people. I'm battling mindsets."
Hmm.
And it's just the mindset of you're not battling the person. Like, don't take it personally because they're just if they're pissed off, they're just triggered by something you said that's in their own shit. They're just arguing with themselves in
Always,
a way.
always, always,
So,
always, always. There's this guy who's been, I don't know if you noticed, you probably haven't. There's this guy who's been commenting on all my videos just with like hate
oh
comments.
yeah,
And he's just like, man, I like, at first I was engaging with him, trying to like, actually like, cause when someone hates on me, like I see the pain. That's what I see. And
mm,
so I like go from a place of like trying to help them. But, yeah, dude, it's like when someone hates on you, Luke, like when you put more content out there, you're going to find haters. Like if you already haven't, and,
yep,
and they're just gonna come more and more. Like this girl recently, man, she hates me, hates. I get a random text out of the blue, right? This is a funny story. I get a random text out of the, it goes, it's a random number, don't have her saved. She goes, "How do you live with yourself?" Like that's the first message
Oh God.
my mind's like, who did I screw? Who's this from years ago? Like, who did I screw over? Because the girl has my number. So it's this girl that I go to this networking event. Not anymore because of quarantine, but like I go to this networking event, and the organizer, it's his girlfriend, right? And she's awful, and he deserves so much better. But we're not going to go down that route. But she's out because she's a therapist too, right? And she's like, "You put out sexist content, blah 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 blah." And she's like throwing all these accusations. I was like, "Show me this sexist content you speak of." So what she did is, you know that red pill interview that I did with that guy? She
Corey Capella.
yeah. She took out experts of what he said in the description, and she said like this is and that's her evidence of like me being sexist.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, one, that's not what I said. That's what he said. Like clearly. Two, I was like, did you even watch the interview? Like, did you see? Because I disagree with him on a lot of stuff. She's like, I don't need to watch that. Like it's cringy. And so that's just like prime example of like she sees her picture of who I am based on her own projection, maybe her father or past boyfriends or whatever is going on with her. And she's projecting this image. No matter what evidence I show her, you can't change that, right? You cannot change people's perception of you. So that's why when you run across haters or someone who doesn't like you, it's not about you. A really good book that like really talks about this in depth that really helped me with this was The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. Dude, I cried at the end. I'm not even kidding. Like the only book I cried about, like when he talks about God and stuff. Yeah, man. It's like anything that anyone's ever like hated on you, it's like, yeah, it's projection of themselves that they hate in themselves. So for me, myself, like maybe you can think about this yourself with you too, Luke. Like I used to hate people that were super arrogant and haughty and like cocky. And because I would hate that part of myself. I would shut that like part of myself that would like want to call attention to be cocky and feel like I was better than people because it's like a shadow I had. Right. So when I've seen other people, since I didn't like that part of myself, I hated it in others. This goes true for everyone. So.
Yeah. And like you see their pain because you've been there and you get that pain. Like when people make negative comments, like that's shit I wanted to do when I was 9 years old or whatever.
Yeah, I've been a hater in the past, man. Like I saw someone successful on YouTube and like, I was like, I don't understand why they're so successful. Like my videos are just as good as theirs. And like,
yeah.
I mean, I probably left not hateful comments, but I probably left comments that were like not positive, right? That's the main point. It wasn't positive, right? And it's like, it's my own shit all the time.
Yeah, and people don't want to look at their own shit. And yesterday, there's this one guy, he's very intellectual, and some of my posts, he's done these really long explanations, and then he'll post like a clip or a video or article at the end. And his first argument was around that Pornhub meme of like, one, this is excluding women and trans people and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, so what? Like, I can't speak for them, and I'm not here to make content for everybody. Like me and you are here to help men, straight men that want to like get women or whatever and quit porn. And overall, we become better people for everyone else.
Yeah.
And also having that empathy with you can understand why that person's frustrated, and people can understand the oneness of everything. If you can understand your shadow